this is Tracy with the Rhapsody Art Barn, and I'm here to show you how to finish up a piece that I was working on. And I'll go through a little bit of what I did to this piece so that you can see how I got to this point. And mostly I'm gonna start focusing on today cleaning out the inside of the drawers. I'm gonna condition them, get them smelling good and looking good. I'm going to wax the outside of the piece, and I'm going to just give you, a lowdown of what I did to get here, like I said. So on this piece here, I used a lot of different products. It's almost finished. As you can see, I've painted the front. I blended the front drawers with Dixie Belle Paint, and for that I used Gravel Road is the darkest gray. Then I have a Hurricane Gray as the medium, and this is French Linen. It's kind of a gray with a blue, almost a lavendery hue to it, but it's more of the lighter of the three. So in order to get here, I cleaned the whole piece with Dixie Belle's White Lightning. It's a TSP based cleaner, comes granulated, and you mix it with water. Then you put that on, and I use a spray bottle, wipe it all down and scrub it if it's sturdy. Then after that, I take a clean water bottle, spritz it all down. For this piece, the top needed a little bit of sanding because it had some lacquer that was flaking off. Normally I don't need to sand too much. If I notice that it's gonna bleed, I can use a special primer blocker to stop it from bleeding. If it has odor, I can do that. But for this one, it was in good shape. It's a nice piece. It's a heavy wood nightstand. And so I decided to just clean it up and put the paint directly on it, which has worked out well. So for this piece, I then painted the drawers. I mixed a shade of white with a shade of red Dixie Belle Paint to create kind of the pink hue. You can kind of see it there. And then I put the Moonshine Metallics Rozay over the top of that. That's also a Dixie Belle product. So I think almost all the products as far as paint goes are Dixie Belle. Then you'll see there's some detailing here. This is a metallic foil adhesive. You can kind of see, I'm trying to get you to see the shimmer there. They are flowers from Flower Garden JRV stencil that I then put on the side, and with that I stenciled some foil adhesive. It's APS foil adhesive and some pink gold, I think is what it's called. Yes, pink gold foil on top of that, so that I kind of matched the pink. I wanted it just a different hue. This is just a brighter metallic, and this is a softer metallic, but in the similar color range. So that is the drawers, and I'm not going to shut them all the way closed because I'm going to be working on them. And I took out the hardware, which I'll show you at the end. I've got to put that back on. For the side, I blended the Dixie Belle Paint, same colors. And then I used a stencil. It's also a JRV stencil. It's a floral, but I'm not sure what it's called. There are two different designs in one package, and they are on my website. All of these products can be found on my website, and I'll put the link above, rhapsodyartbarn.com. This is called Posh Chalk Metallic Paste. So this is a new product. The creator of Would You Bend carries Posh Chalk, or creates Posh Chalk products as well, and I have those in my shop. They are a metallic paste that dries hard. So these are on there, and I have not sealed this piece yet with anything. So this metallic does not need to be sealed, however the paint around it does. So I'm gonna wax. I think that'll be the easiest thing for me to do. So this is also on the other side as well. I've got it locked down. I'll try to turn it around here so you can see both sides, but I did lock it down. So I don't know if it's going to do it this way. Maybe I'll do it this way. I'll go all the way around. There we go. You can see the back of the piece. Okay. There it is again on the other side. And that is a stencil. I used 4 different colors to create this. A pink, a red, a green, and it's like a bronzy green finish. So as far as this stuff goes, it is also on my website. It is only available in, there's one red, one pink. You won't be able to miss if you wanted to get these colors. And they have unusual names, so I don't remember them right off the top of my head. Okay, so to get started today, I think I'm gonna start on the drawers. I just painted the top. I just left it also in the dark gray, which is the gravel road. So I think I'm gonna let it sit overnight before I do anything to the top. I debated doing a faux finish. I've done one in the past. It's like a pewter top, but I think it's got so much going on. I'm just gonna leave it the charcoal gray. It's beautiful, it matches the piece, and when we get done here, I will lift you up so you can see it. But for now, I'm gonna take our top drawer, and it is a metal rail underneath. However, it runs along a wood rail inside. So what I'm gonna do is take a scrubby pad, Dixie Belle scrubby pad, and I'm going to take Big Mama's Butta. This one is in the scent of Orange Grove. It smells amazing. Really, really strong orange citrus. So I'm gonna just take some of this out with my scrubby pad, and it's warm out, so it got really liquidy. That's okay, it doesn't hurt anything. And I'm going to tip you down so you can watch me work and not look at my face. There you go. And I literally, so when I started, I cleaned this piece, as I said, and I cleaned my drawers and everything. So I literally just go in with this scrubby pad and scrub into this raw wood. This is for raw wood. So this is kind of a wax alternative. So a wax will build up on your furniture, and actually you should occasionally re-wax if your furniture is finished with wax, meaning it doesn't have a clear top coat over the paint. Oftentimes with chalk or chalk mineral paint, people finish it in a wax, and it makes a beautiful, soft, supple finish. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's durable. It will stay durable. However, if you clean it with furniture polish, which we all do, and if you wipe it down quite a bit, or if it gets used often, then you're going to want to re-wax. Probably 1 to 2 times a year, depending on how much you use it. So I'll show you the product that we'll be using today after we use this Big Mama's Butta. And that product is called Easy Peasy Wax. It's just like furniture polish. You spray it on, you wipe it back, it adds a layer of wax to your piece if it has been previously waxed. And it also is going to be the finish on this piece, so it's durable for both applications. So this Butta, though, is not a finish. It does not finish your piece like the wax. It is for conditioning wood. Think of your wood as, well, this piece is probably, I don't know, probably from the 70s, maybe. It's called American of Martinsville. It looks like it's been made very well. It's got a maker's mark in there. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of sideways. And so this piece is wonderful, heavy duty, good quality, but it's thirsty. It is thirsty for some nice conditioning wood polish. So that is what I'm doing right now. And you can do as much or as little as you want. With this Orange Grove, it smells amazing. It sucks into the wood. And so I give it some time to do that. And it finishes your piece. And when you open it, oh, it smells amazing. So that is what I do to the inside of the drawer. Now, to finish off the outside where it is painted, I have already put a clear coat over the foil. I do have a I have a Facebook video, and I will have a YouTube video coming out that shows foiling. And when you foil, you're using a very tacky glue. You let it dry, and you put a sheet of foil over, you rub it on, scrub it on kind of, and then pull it off. Anywhere that the foil does not stick and there is still tacky glue is sticky. So it never ever stops being sticky until you clear coat it. So I always clear coat over this. So this has a glossy clear coat over a metallic foil, over a metallic paint. So you can see all the different, I love texture and I love different mediums. So that is the side. So we don't have to worry about the sides at all. And we've done the inside. You can see how shiny that is. Now we're going to do the painted surfaces. And like I said, we're going to use the Easy Peasy spray wax, and you can hear it needs to be shaken. When it stops making noise, it's done. Now it's time to use, and all the particles are sitting at the bottom until you shake it up. But now it's ready, and look at how easy. You just hold it a little bit away and spray, spray, spray. That's it. Now we take our applicator pad, which Dixie Belle also carries and I have on my website, and you rub it in to all the little areas, and you're essentially sealing with wax the piece. These are lint-free cloths. This one's brand new, so my edges are getting all the little pieces off of it, but they just come right off. And as you see, it just creates, you can kind of see the barrier, a shine. Now I want to get all my edges really well, and I also want to do more than one coat, but not at one time. I kind of let it sit for about, the time it takes me to do the rest of the piece, and then I'll go back and do a second coat. So after I painted and blended and painted and blended this, I did go in with some 220 sandpaper, which is on the back side of a Dixie Belle little sanding sponge, or you can get, we have rad pads that carry 3 or 4 different grit, and you have those that you can use, and they're spongy on one side, and they have the sandpaper on the other side, so they're easy to hold on to. I really enjoy using those, and they work very well. So as you see, that is now wax. So that's the first coat of wax, and I don't need to put the Orange Grove on the bottom side of this piece. You can just for smell, but it's got a metal rail. It's It's very well made. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to grab the other drawer out of here, and we're going to do the same thing with the other drawer. Start with the Big Mama's Butta, and I'm going to use a different corner. Grab a big glob of that. Like I said, it's melty. And I'm just going to rub it right into the drawer, and hopefully your drawers, like I mentioned, I clean all my pieces the first time I get them ready, inside and out. And then, depending on how long it takes me to finish them, sometimes I do 2 or 3 projects at a time. And then I can go back in and clean them again because they've been sitting. These are a little bit, you can see my pad, they're a little bit dusty from laying around the shop because it has taken me a while to finish these. I got going on 2 different other things, and also it depends on what I'm doing. I wanted to do the foil on the side of these, and I had to wait for my foil to come in. So I didn't get to finish it in a couple days like sometimes I do. When you're painting, you also want to wait in between steps depending on what you're doing, and I don't like to wax the same day I paint, and I don't like to embellish the same day I paint, so I want to make sure my paint is nice and dry. Sometimes I wait a couple days depending on what it is I'm doing, and then I paint. Okay. Drawer done. I'll wipe the extra off on the outside and the back. But like I said, I don't really need to do the bottom because they have a rail. So now I will turn it all the way around, grab my wax, turn it so you can see, give it a good spray, and simply wipe it back. Talk about easy peasy. That is in the name, and it is truly the easiest wax you can use. You can apply this before you apply a dark wax or a white wax if you're doing different highlighting or low lighting on a piece. This is one of the easiest waxes to use for other applications as well. It gives you a base under your dark wax or your gray or your brown waxes. It gives you a base so that you can wipe back if it gets too dark or if it gets too white. You can use the clear and simply use it as an eraser. It wipes it back. So once you're sure you've got all the little nooks and crannies here, then you can move on to the next step, which is the inside of the piece. I'm gonna raise you. So here is the inside of the piece. Same as the last steps, we're gonna take our Big Mama's Butta in the Orange Grove. I'm gonna get a little glob, and then I'm going to rub it right onto the rails of this piece, because that will make the rails slide so nicely. It's lubricant for your rails, and again, they're nice and dry, so your piece is going to suck up that extra moisture. It's going to look better. It's going to smell amazing. Now there is a clear version of this, no scent, unscented, I guess is what, it's not clear. It is clear, but it's unscented. And then there's also a Suzanne's Garden, which is a floral scent. So if you prefer either one of those, you won't have the smell with the unscented if you're sensitive to smell. but you'll still get all of the effects of the cleaning and moisturizing, conditioning the wood. And the Suzanne's Garden smells like it sounds. It's a flower garden, floral, lovely scent if you like floral. So this piece, I do have flowers on it, but I left it neutral, so hopefully it could go in a bedroom for a couple as easily as for just a woman's side table. So I didn't have it scented in the floral. Okay, so see how nice that is now? It's all conditioned. I wish you could smell it. It smells like I just walked into an orange grove. It smells amazing. Now I'm going to start with the wax all around the painted edges again, directly on the piece. And I am not going to worry about going over that Posh Chalk. I'm going to go right over it because it'll condition and seal the paint, and I don't think it's going to hurt the metallic at all. In fact, you do not need to seal the Posh Chalk Metallic, but I don't think it'll hurt it. So I'm just spraying this wax right on. Nice, liberal amount, but don't have to go overboard. You'll see it on there. You'll see it turn a different wax finish. How to describe it, but it just gets a little bit glossier. And this stuff cures very quickly. Our paint cures, I think, in 30 days, Dixie Belle Paint. And then this stuff, I want to say, it's fast. It's like 3 days or 7 days. I think it's 3 days. I think it's one of our fastest. So it eliminates the worry. Okay, I'm going to turn it around so you can see what I'm doing as I go. Just spraying it on and wiping it back. Beautiful that looks. I'm going to try to get every section of the piece. I'm going to go around there is a lip underneath, and I'll go around that when I'm off camera because I'm going to have to lift it up on something to get that nice underneath. I'm going to get it as much as I can right now with the pad, but I might put it on something. I'm going to go right over this design. It's not going to hurt it at all, but it isn't easy. If you'll see, it isn't easy to smoothly wax over because it is dried, hard, and crunchy. So it's kind of eating my pad a little bit, but that's okay. I just want to make sure that all of the painted surfaces are covered in wax. And I can go back in with a t-shirt, might be a little easier, and do my second coat. Make sure that it gets around each area and doesn't pull up the applicator. Okay, now we're going to spin it around again. I think I went through the back last time. As you see, I didn't do the back of this. It is a nightstand, so it typically sits next to a bed. You can, you know, if you want to make sure that the piece can be sitting out in front of the living room, you know, sofa, or you want to make sure that it could be a floating piece, by all means, paint the back. There's nothing wrong with this back. I didn't have to replace it. I can replace it if they're bad. You just buy another piece of board, but this one is in good shape. And like I said, it's a very well-made, heavy-duty piece, so I didn't need to do that. Okay, so I am not going to do the top yet. I want it to sit overnight. So I will go over the drawers one more time with just the spray wax. You can see how easy it is. This is just a added protection because I make these for other people. I just like to make sure that they're really finished. I didn't miss any area. So you can see just how fast and easy it is to do this, you guys. And having the right tools makes it easy, but you know, if you don't have an applicator pad, use a t-shirt or use something that is as lint-free as you can. And if you don't have the sanding sponges, then use just a piece of sandpaper that you have. You know, I'm all for use what you have. Okay. Go over with my t-shirt. Just a light mist all over the piece again. Now that dry, chalky appearance that is on chalk, or chalk mineral in this case, paint, gone. It's protected. I'm not going to scratch it right now, but as far as in a few days when it cures, it will not be a problem to use the piece, to actually use and clean and have it as a drawer in and out. It won't turn chalky again. It's now waxed. But like I said, if you have waxed furniture, it's a good idea to pick one of these up. They're not that much. Oh, I can hear it needs to be shaken again. I'll make sure it's shaken so that you're getting all the stuff out of it. I just sprayed myself. Okay, so, and that's the Easy Peasy wax. Love it. Look at that shine. And now it's soft and durable. Oh, it's just beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get the hardware now. This is my top drawer. I've got the hardware here. This hardware is original to the piece, although I did paint it with the French linen, and I put a little bit of silver, and I think even a little bit of gravel road on there. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a little touch up on the silver. That's okay. I will do that. So, with this piece, it has this decorative washer. I'm sure there's a term for it, which I do not know. And put this on. And sometimes the screws aren't the right size. This one's okay. Perfect. So here we are, back into our, there we go, well lubricated drawer with the pull. Isn't that beautiful? There's one down, one more, then I'll pick you up and let you see the top and show you the whole project. Mostly done. I don't want to finish the top yet, but it won't make a difference in the appearance other than it will be smooth and supple, just like the drawers and the top. It'll be waxed and beautiful. So I'm just putting on my other drawer pull the same way I did this one, up top. Show you the finished piece. Right in. Okay guys, look at how beautiful that is. Move all my stuff out of the way. You can see my little Bob Ross is loving it. Look, he's very happy. Okay, let me show you up close. I'm going to turn you around if I can. Maybe not. Okay, I'll just show you up close. There is backwards. There is the piece. I'm going to turn it around while I'm doing this. Let's turn me around too so you can see up close. Gorgeous. Now we're going to look at the whole piece. Look at the sides of that. Isn't that beautiful? You can see in the drawers they're all conditioned and pretty. The top, that's going to be painted probably. I choose usually to do the tops of my pieces with a clear coat, clear finish, and then I put gator hide on the top so that it's water resistant, so that anybody who wants to put something that might sweat on it won't ruin it. Although it's not waterproof, so you don't want water sitting on it, but it is our most durable finish for Dixie Belle. And look at the sides of those drawers. Aren't those fun? Yeah, there's the whole piece. I'll show you again inside. Looks so pretty. And almost done. Thank you for joining me today. This is again Tracy with the Rhapsody Art Barn. Please like and subscribe to my channel if it's stuff that you like to watch. I do a lot of restyling of furniture. I use DIY products, paint products. I use Dixie Belle products. And I like all sorts of new fun foils and wood you bend and FX. I try all sorts of things so that I can utilize them on my furniture pieces. So I have a little art barn in Salem, Oregon, right off I-5. If you're in the area, come see me. If not, visit my website. I have everything online, all my products for repurposing, refinishing. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks again for joining me. Have a great day.